कन्फ्युसियस इन्स्टिट्युटको तर्फबाट हार्दिक अभिवादन। मैले यहाँ के देखेको छु भने अधिकांश विद्यार्थीहरूलाई चिनिया भाषा आउँछ जस्तो लाग्यो। हो आउँछ? म चिनियामा बोलौँ कि नेपालीमा? You want to speak in Chinese? Yeah? Yeah. So, respected chief guest of this program, Dr. Gopal Thakur, our special guest and a very wise diplomat from China, who we hope to upgrade our bilateral relation due to diplomatic efforts, Mr. Chen Song. Registrar of Kathmandu University, Professor Achyut Wagle. Similarly, Director from Nepal, from Chinese side, at Tribhuvan University Confucius Institute, my friend Xin Lukao. Similarly, Dr. Li Shuangcheng from Director from China side at Kathmandu University Confucius Institute, and one person who has been helping us tremendously in Nepali effort to its industrialization and linking Nepal business circle and industrial circle with China, Mr. Chin. We are very glad you are here. And if I don't speak two persons here who are working to further our relations with China, Director from Chinese side at this LRI Confucius classroom, Ms. Wu, and many others, including Mr. Panta, the chairman, founder chairman of this school, and also the headmaster of this school, Dr. Joshi. And so many faces I can see here, very familiar, and who have contributed from their positions, some as media person, some as investors, some as translators, educators, and so on. And most important of all, you young people, the students, who are now able to speak at least 3 languages, Nepali, English, and Chinese. So you are the vanguard of our relations with China. So I thank the hosts for giving me time to speak with you in this auspicious occasion of this International Chinese Language Day program in Nepal. Last year, when we were celebrating the same sort of activity at Tribhuvan University, perhaps our ambassadors realized maybe linking all those people who are working in the education sector together would be even better. And it is. It is better because our leaders could come at once in the same time, same place, and address almost the same views to all of us. This is economic, in first place. And secondly, it is more effective, it is more elegant. And when we are working together, it creates harmony, and harmony creates force. So it will be more forceful, more audible, and this is what we are doing. And coming to organization, actually Confucius Institute at Tribhuvan University, we are the youngest of we 3 organizers. So KU is a bit more mature, the Confucius Institute at KU, and LRI, Confucius Classroom, is also much stronger than us. And in terms of manpower, we are small. We have very limited people, and we had a small worry how to organize it all. And at that time, when my counterpart, Sin Lu Kao, brought this idea that let's host together. So it was a big relief. And this program, the site selection, we were strongly for selecting LRI school, because last time I had seen your program, very successful, good hall, and I was confused. I thought the LED was your permanent one. Anyway, this is wonderful setup. And now I come to the message of today's program. I don't have much to say, because what I will say are all known to all people present here. But a few points, if I repeat, should be tolerable. First, the linguistic link between Nepal and China is not modern. It is not an issue of 100 or 200 years. Look, when the British India, East India Company at that time, was preparing to attack Nepal, we wrote a letter. I mean, our king, the then king, wrote a letter in 1814 and 15, a few letters, requesting the Chinese emperor to send army in our support. Although that support could not come on time, and we had to fight the East India Company alone, but it left one evidence that our communication could be made in Nepali language with China. That time, where was the English language? Nowhere was it. When the Buddhist great treasure, Tripitaka, was translated into Chinese, where was English, or where were the European languages? And when, not to mention about Manjusri, the Wensu Fusa, there are many real figures, historical figures who visited Nepal, South Asia, Lumbini, and learned both Sanskrit language, Prakrit language, and also Buddhist and great Hindu wisdom, and translated them into Chinese and vice versa, to make the story short. We did not depend on another language. We used languages of our regions. So these are the evidence that we have been in constant communication to each other through our own language. And what is more is, Chinese language has much more leverage over other languages. It is the language with largest number of mother tongue speakers, native speakers. Today it is. And it seems it will remain so for a long time at least. And in terms of internationalization, Chinese language has made tremendous progress. If it was 30 years ago, and I mentioned that Chinese language may become lingua franca in the world someday, people won't believe much. But now it is materialized. It is already an evidence that you don't have to prove. So this language is likely to open our markets, is likely to help Nepal link with global Chinese-speaking population, economies, and Chinese diasporas. One day, I met one American in one Buddhist program. Nobody was caring about me, but somehow it happened. I spoke 2 words in Chinese, and one American face, perhaps a Caucasian, immediately came to me and asked me, "你会中文吗?" I said yes. And he said he had learned Chinese language in Taiwan for many years, and after going back to the US, he still utilizes Chinese language to get connected with many people around the world. So this means if you know Chinese, of course, if you know Spanish and French, you will also have similar advantage. If you know Chinese, then you are more likely to have a good connection with not only Chinese people, Chinese nationals, but all people who speak Chinese as second language or third language. So from this perspective, Chinese language makes a big sense. And coming to what will happen in coming days in Nepal regarding Chinese language. More and more people will learn Chinese, more and more people will understand Chinese, and more people will utilize Chinese in their profession, one or another way. Here, I don't want to take much time. I want to thank you, each of you. Recently, in Nepal, we also, our chief guest will talk about it. We also have many languages inside Nepal, and we are working on that also. And in China, you have already successfully linked all 56 nationalities and their language and dialects and everything. So that experience may also work in promoting linguistic connection inside Nepal also. This is one area I can see we can be able to utilize. And second, recently Chinese are speaking about connecting or uniting, making a global connection with Chinese nationalities, unity or something like that. That is exactly what is necessary in Nepal also. We have over 125 nationalities. So we have to unite them. And this may also, when Chinese are working in the front, maybe it will be a bit easier for us to learn from Chinese experience and take the relevant aspects in uniting Nepalese nationalities. So there is much more to be done. Recently, another development that also will make a great impact is BRICS countries plus some other countries are now going to settle their balance in their currencies. So this means our dependency in some of the 1 or 2 established international currencies is also decreasing, and that will also give Chinese currency some more strength. And I think being an immediate neighbor, Nepal is likely to get benefit from it. And as ever, I want to repeat one thing. Our intensity of our relation, the weightage of Nepal's relation with China is a bit asymmetric. Chinese, in our eyes, are becoming more and more important, and that is very difficult to realize vice versa. So in this aspect, I request our Ambassador Chen Song to find some ways that Nepal will get much more attention from Chinese side, which will definitely help Nepal and indirectly will help China as well. Thank you so much.